Hello and happy Saturday, love beings. Happy weekend. Maybe a bunch of you are still sleeping, but I wanted to do an episode from Alien Love about the evolution of man. And I want to talk about manhood. What does it mean to be a man from a woman's perspective, from a cultural anthropologist perspective, from a perspective of just common sense, right? Just common sense. So I've been doing a lot of research, and one of them is like Darwin's theory and human evolution. Darwin's theory is a theory, but research and finding fossil fuels that prove that Homo sapiens coexisted during the same time as the Homo erectus. So a bunch of species, supposedly Darwin said, well, we evolved, it went from, I have a whole map here, from Homo sapiens all the way, Homo erectus and Homo habitus, like so many freaking homos. Not gay, the Homo sapiens. But the story is insane. So, according to Darwin, we evolved over time from the previous species, but according to actual findings of fossil fuels, a bunch of us, supposedly, a bunch of species coexisted. So, which proves that we are aliens in being experimented on Earth in this animal flesh. Because how could you have so many different species come and have a different level of intelligence, have different brain shapes? And this is happening right now. Just because we might all look human, and we don't. Really look around, we don't all look alike. There's so many. We're not just all, just one type of human. Even within female male dynamics, we're not just one thing, like just human. There's so many aspects to who we are. So it's important to say, oh, that person, I'm going to assume that that person is human because this is what I see within myself. And then you're like, oh my God, that person is a psychopath, or they don't have senses, they don't have the feelings that I have. How come? Because they're a different species. Believe it or not, like it might be do we really have access to everybody's DNA right now on the planet? I doubt it. So let's not go too deep into this. Let me just focus on the point here. Human or animal alien species have coexisted for a very long time at the same time. It wasn't just one. The early humans just evolved or had mutations where they evolved to adapt to the environment, which is natural selection according to Darwin. That's all BS. According to these findings of fossil fuels and finding of different species that coexisted around that same time. Okay, how does this bring me to the dynamics of the Me Too movements, the fucking Harvey Weinstein shit, and understanding masculinity and the attack on masculinity right now? Because there's such a lack of understanding of who we are, these alien animals on Earth, navigating the Earth. And that's the reason I called my channeling love and alien love, really, to dig deeper into this understanding, because that's what's been coming to me in the mountains during meditation. As our galactic family is speaking to me, they're telling me the truth. Call galactic family God. That is fine with me. I call them divine source, but it's the consciousness that allows us to understand what the heck is going on here as we're navigating this journey on Earth, right? So there's an attack now, a war on the man, on masculinity. Like, oh, men have done this and this and this and that, assuming that all men within the animal, human, alien species are all the same, which is nonsense. All of it is such nonsense. We are one consciousness. And while they are this evil power at B, like this being on Earth right now, battling the good, battling the inevitable movement of love of the Aquarius age by the cosmic family. It's time for us to change, you know. They're instilling thoughts of divide and conquer between men and women. And it's not just that race. Any way they can create divide and conquer within society, they're trying to do it. So now it's like the focus, like, oh, let's all hate men, let's all hate the masculine energy and accuse them of being predatorial. And then the men are so confused, like, are we predators? Are we like, our feelings, our testosterone, is it not valid? You know, men are beautiful just like women, and they can be also very evil and very ugly depending on who they are, not on the outside, like, okay, we're assuming the species behaves this way, but who are we? What are we made of? What is our fabric beyond the suit? Which alien species do we actually belong to? Which alien race do we belong to? That's a question to ask now. And seriously, ask that question. I know this sounds insane, and that's what I said 5 years ago during my awakening, but it's the truth. And I have so much proof. and hence the miracles that I perform every single day, healing people and being able to read them. It has a skill that's been building up for a while now. The other thing I want to talk about is e-games. So let me read this to you real quick. What the heck is going on right now? They're introducing a new sport. So part of us introducing another alien race right now, which are like these video gamers, this new generation. You can call them just the brand new children on Earth, or even the teenagers. They are something else. These kids are something else. I mean, my little niece, she's 2 years old. She's already grabbing the phone, figuring it all out. Unbelievable. She's not even 2 yet. She knows the phone. She knows what's going on. They're a different, like, alien race in this human experiment. So now we have a new Homo erectus. And these guys are playing eSports and winning championships. But who created this whole thing with eSports? The players themselves are generally then competing for both cash prizes and glory, which is like a typical sport, right? International competitions can come with huge prizes plus sponsorships for teams involved. So here's a key piece of information. Rick Fox, 3-time NBA champion with the LA Lakers. The Lakers, no, dude. They've been doing so bad. Even though I live in LA, I love any like home team sport team or a local team sports. But the Lakers have sucked for a long time, and you guys know it. So this guy, Rick Fox, who has been an NBA champion with the Lakers, made headlines when he took the plunge into esports and is now the owner of franchise Echo Fox. Echo Fox has teams for Leagues of Legends, Counter-Strike, Global Offense, and more. And these are all video games that are now being declared as sports. And so they're video games, but you get rewarded for killing people and building a character in a video game. So isn't that sad? Video games have become sports. But that's the world that we live in today. That is coexisting. So we have people, like I have a friend, she's having a hard time figuring out Facebook and email and the basics and this technology that's so like mechanical, and she wants to just be human. And then, she's 7 years old. One of my best friends, I love her to death. She's family to me. And then we have people, and that generation is struggling with computers on such a huge level. And then I grew up, my first job was in Silicon Valley when I graduated with the Bachelor's of Science degree in genetics and human development. But my first job was in Silicon Valley at a .com. So I have a different relationship to computers and to technology. I love it, but I'm not addicted to video games. I can't stand them. I'd rather be hiking and running canyon, right? So that is the new alien human species, alien race humans, new alien race human species that we're encountering right now. So, if you have any questions or if you want to start talking about this, it's important to really recognize what's going on. So much love, and I love men, good men, masculine men. I love these men who hike, who invest in self love, in themselves, who honor women in a different way. Not the fuckers, not the like these stupid guys who are wimpy and like, oh, I'm going to support the women's Me Too movement, blah, 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 so they can get laid the easy way. Hell no. Let's wake up. And women, stop being victims. You're not a victim. I'm going to do a whole thing about women not being, not, not the women that want to be victims, but the empowered women who have superpowers. And the men, the beautiful, delicious men. I love the men at my gym. They're amazing. They put effort and work into becoming those manly, beautiful men. And men don't want to oppress women. Women don't want to talk shit about men. We're one. So much love.